Up until this point, we've worked with a command called Git Status. So Git Status. And currently there's nothing in here to see. Git Status is pretty much the one command you're going to want to run more than any other Git command. It is probably actually the most popular command I use every single day. Git Status, over and over and over again. And it's because it does no harm. Every time I type Git Status, it does no damage to my project. It doesn't change anything. It's just a status update, really. And all this is going to do is show you what files have been changed, deleted, added, or renamed. It'll also show you which files are currently staged to commit, which is super important for committing. So I tend to use Git Status over and over and over again. Most devs tend to use Git Status a lot. It's a good habit to be in. Always check your status. Always type Git Status over and over and over again. Now, to show you a proper example, because in the last few lessons we've sort of skipped over the whole Git Status thing. So as an example, what I'm going to do here is we have this first push.txt file in here. So let's edit that file, vim firstpush.txt, and set the numbers on here. And let's go down to line 3 and say this is the second edit to this file. Now, again, you don't need to use vim. You can use nano, VS Code, anything you like. I'm just doing this so I can stay inside of my terminal. Now, if I do Git Status, it's going to say that there's something different. It says that firstpush.txt was modified. Now, if you remember from last lesson, it actually said that this was a new file, was an untracked file. And if we actually read through this, and I always say read through this, I know it's not nice because it's all plain white text and sort of melts together, but definitely try to read through it. Your branch is up to date with origin master. That's GitHub/master branch. Changes not staged for commit, so these are unstaged changes. It even tells us how to do this. It says git add and then the file name to update what will be committed, so that's staging our files. And if we ever wanted to, we could discard changes in a working directory with git checkout --s file, and we'll talk about that later. But the one we want here is git add first push.txt. Now, if you wanted to add all files, let's say you have 10 files and you don't want to type out every single one, you can do git add dot. And that will add all of your currently unstaged files. So if we do Git Status again, we can see changes to be committed. So this is ready to be committed. And now we can add a git commit in here. Git commit, second change to this file. Now, if I do Git Status once more, you're going to see that nothing is in there. And that's because that's already committed. That's already in our little box that we're ready to ship out of our warehouse, our code warehouse. And that's sitting on the docking bay. That's waiting for FedEx or UPS or some other delivery company to come pick up this box. So for all intents and purposes, we can now say, that's done. We don't need to deal with that anymore. And in order to, once again, actually push these changes up to GitHub, we have to do git push origin master. There we go. And if I go back to our repo here, just go to our code. It looks like nothing really happened, but there is a third commit in there now. Second change to this file, so that's pretty important. Let's take a look at this particular commit, and we can see in green here that we added this line. If we deleted this line, it would be in red. But we didn't, we added a line, so it's in green. We can also see that with our first official push commit, we added 2 lines in here, a blank line on line 2, and this is the first push on line 1. Both lines are green because this was a brand new file. So throughout this entire journey, we're going to want to be writing git status a lot. Git status. You can see there's nothing in there. And if I wanted to, I could do ls-la, and I could remove firstpush.txt. rm just means remove. I'm going to delete this file. If you're in VS Code or Sublime, you can just simply delete the file, or if you're in Explorer or Finder, you can just delete that file as well. Now, if I do Git Status again, actually, let's not do Git Status yet. Let's do ls-la. We can see that file no longer exists in there. And if I do Git Status, it actually says my file was deleted. Now, in the next lesson, we're going to learn how to unstage a file. So what happens if we accidentally stage this file to be committed, and we were like, oh no, we don't actually want to delete this file. We want to make sure that this file always exists, and we accidentally added it to be committed. We're going to tackle that in the next lesson.